Hi guys, Robert Kessler here for Celebuzz.com. I am joined today with Courtney Kerr.
How are you?
Star of Bravo's new show, Courtney Loves Dallas. How's it going? Thanks for being here.
It's going good. I know it's actually I think colder in Dallas right now than it is here, so it's kind of nice to.
It's been we had a little cold last week, but it's been kind of nice recently here. So
Yeah, I was hoping for like snow, but no, it's actually going to be snowing in Dallas when I go back home. So
oof.
Courtney does not love snow in Dallas. I like the heat.
It's not your first time on reality TV.
Right.
So what have you been up to since we saw you last?
Well, since the viewers saw me on Most Eligible, I've started a blog. I've left my full-time 10-year retail career to do this blog, and it's kind of been a labor of love for me, and it started because of Most Eligible. I've done a jewelry collection. I have been through a breakup. So a lot to catch the viewers up on since the days of Most Eligible.
And what will we see you be doing on the show?
Well, it kind of follows. It obviously follows me venturing out into my new career. At the age of 30, I think you don't think, oh, at 30 I'm going to quit my job and leave my 401k and my insurance and my paycheck on the 1st and 15th of every month, and I'm going to start a blog. So that was an interesting kind of challenge and new direction that I took. You'll also see my relationships with my friends, which is really important because some of us are single, some of them are married with kids, and it kind of at times becomes a war of like the single girls versus the married girls. They've got these beautiful children and these beautiful husbands, and we have careers and late night bar tabs. So you kind of see how that can get a little tricky at times. You also follow we tie a bow on the relationship with Matt Nordgren, which people saw begin in Most Eligible Dallas. And then you see the relationship with my mom evolve. She goes through a little bit of a health scare. You'll get to see where I'm from. I think my mom pulls out some scrapbooks at some point, some childhood photos and video clips, so that's always fun too. So I think it'll really pull the viewers into maybe the elements of me that they didn't understand or they didn't know in Most Eligible. You really kind of get to like dive deeper into like my personality and why I am the way I am based off of the way that I was raised. So I think the viewers will really enjoy that.
Well, I'm from Dallas as well, and
I'm so excited.
I've been telling people for years that Dallas is like the perfect place for a reality show.
Because it is, because people think we have like oil rigs in our backyards, which isn't the case. But I tell people in a city that birthed, Neiman Marcus and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, I mean, can you really go wrong?
Well, what is it? Because it's hard to describe sort of what is so different about Dallas culture, but what is it that makes it? But it's really different and really interesting.
Yeah. I think what's interesting about Dallas is it almost serves as like another character in Courtney Loves Dallas, because I think the city in itself has so much color and hospitality and charm. The city, I think, is beautiful. I think there's so much personality, I think, to Dallas, and no one really gets it until they visit. But I also think Dallas is a really great melting pot of both coasts. You get like kind of the charm of the West Coast mixed with the drive of the East Coast, and you put that together, with a couple of cattle and steakhouses and a lot of high heels and a lot of big hair, and you're left with Courtney Loves Dallas, I guess.
What about the blog? What's sort of the focus of the blog, and how's the blog business going?
The blog actually does really phenomenal. I have really the viewers of Most Eligible to thank for the blog. It started as kind of a labor of love and a love letter to them for kind of being interested in the clothing that I wore on Most Eligible. And that's why it started, because they would ask, what outfit were you wearing in episode 3, minute 9 of Most Eligible? And so that's how the blog started. And then when Most Eligible ended, I was left with this audience of girls who loved what I was wearing. And so I was like, well, I guess I'm a blogger now. If you would have told me that I was going to go to college and get degrees so that I could like sit in my pajamas and blog all day, like, I don't know if my mom would have been totally thrilled about paying for college for that, but that's kind of how it shook down.
Well, your mom and my mom can talk about what that's like.
Yeah.
Kid for college that writes for the internet.
Yeah. My mom's like, oh, okay, cool. So you don't even like need to get dressed each day if you don't have to.
This is completely dressed up.
Yeah, and then like if I go shopping, my mom's like, oh, we're going shopping again? I'm like, no, it's I need content for the blog. This is like, I can expense this. Like, this is deductible.
Exactly.
It's like, these are like office supplies.
This is my stapler.
Yeah, exactly. This is Office Depot.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.
You can catch Courtney Loves Dallas tonight on Bravo's first episode premieres tonight.